Okay, this is a general oracle card reading for the month of July. There's 5 stacks of cards representing earth, air, water, fire, spirit. This stack right here is representing water, and you can pick whichever stack you want or all of them. I will not put rules on this. I kind of just believe in things flowing. Let things flow. Some people, when they do card readings, they go by the book. Some go by their intuition. Some go by their personal symbolism. I go by the last two because I feel more connected to that way. And I don't remember the book. Don't feel very connected to it. So, yeah. But, you know, to those that can remember the book, more power to you. That's amazing. I can't. Okay. Looking at my notes real quick. When I was drawing out the cards, you know, I'll just get to the notes when the card comes up. That the message I felt from the card. Okay. The first card that came up is the River Queen. Also, forgot to say sorry if I look a mess right now. I'm really sweaty. I just got done cleaning my fridge and my freezer. I don't know what the hell happened, but the whole thing decided to become an ice box. So I had to scrape out chunks and chunks of ice out of my freezer. And I mean, there's freezing, which is good, and then this thing, though, it's going above and beyond of its job. And my fridge, I don't know what happened, but it also too became a freezer. My soy milk is frozen. I'm lactose intolerant. That's why I have soy milk. It's also, yeah. So this is looking a little bit of a mess right now. Yeah. Okay, now that I'm done sidetracking, because I have ADHD and I'm going to do that a lot. The first card is the River Queen. Flow, letting go, natural movement. Now this card comes up when you're in the process of letting something go, or there's something you know you need to let go of and need to start on the process of letting it go. And it may also come up to let you know, hey, there's something you need to let go of. Analyze your life a little bit, figure out what it is that you need to let go of. Something that's likely not healthy, probably drags you down, hinders you in life, shit like that. You need to let that shit go. And I don't know, when bringing this card out, I kind of feel like there's a peace and release in the moment when you finally let go. It's gonna feel like a natural movement, a flow, chill. And when this card came up, I felt like it said this is the last time, this is the last let go. So I'm guessing whatever you need to let go of right now, you've done this multiple times. Like, you've gone back to it and then left it, gone back to it, left it, gone back to it, left it. I mean, you're kind of in a cycle. And this may be like the final straw, or as they say, final nail in the coffin. You're gonna let this dead, non-flowing situation be buried and don't raise it back up. Don't turn back to it. Like, this time you're like, I'm done, I'm going, I'm not fucking looking back, it's done. Which might explain why you're gonna have some peace of mind. I mean, like, it's just not good to hang on to things that are not healthy for you, that are not good for you, you know. And being that you kept going back to it, I guess examples of what it could be: quitting an addiction. Some people, they have problems with their weight. They go back to vomiting or starving themselves or overeating, and they try to quit and then they go back to it. Some people are addicted to smoking or drugs or alcohol. And yes, I consider alcohol to be, like, not good. I guess the way I look at it is, if you're gonna have a glass every now and then, that's fine, but I'm just gonna be blunt. Some people say it must be better than drugs, or they wouldn't have made it legal, and it's like, no, it's not good for your body just as much as the drugs are not good for your body. Oh crap, I better turn my TV off. I've got it on mute, but I looked up and the news is showing cicadas, and I'm like, nope. Those things look freaky. I don't like them. I don't hate them, I just don't want them near me. Sidetracking again. Okay, as I was saying though, you know, like, but yeah. Sometimes you could be quitting an addiction, sometimes you could also be quitting a person. Some people have a difficult time letting go of abusive family members. Some people have a difficult time breaking up with their ex and keeping them an ex. Some people have a difficult time breaking up with the friend that really should not be your friend anymore. So, you know, once you've found that final let go, that toxicity is out and you're finally at a flow, a natural movement of peace. All right. Okay, the next card that came out also has a message, little note attached to it, but let's read the card first. The card is Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. Now, she comes up when it's time to stop withholding a gift from yourself. And that's usually expecting people to treat you the way you treat them, with respect and understanding and compassion. It also can come up when it's saying it's time to stop withholding from others, but my intuition is leaning more towards that withholding from yourself. Like, you might be a very giving, kind, compassionate person, but you're not really good at letting other people give to you. Allow yourself to receive as well. Allow people to be generous to you as well. And maybe this is the thing you need to let go of. You need to let go of that bad habit of not expecting people to treat you the way you treat them. And yes, I kind of feel like you do need to expect it. It's not selfish to expect it. It's not egotistical. It's simply requesting, you know, dignity and respect, and anybody should be allowed to have that. That should not be denied you ever. You know, if you're a narcissist, though, that's something you have to work on treating others with as well. But when you're expecting such basic things and you're not a narcissist, like being treated with respect, being treated with your fears being valid as well, or your pain being valid as well, that's not over the top. That's not narcissistic. That's just plain normal expectation and standards people should have. And if they are not holding themselves to that standard, I'm like, these are some really shitty people and you need to walk away. That's not fucking good, man. You know, and I know how that feels because I'm that giving person, but I can't stand having people in my life that treat me like shit. I'm like, nope, I don't owe you my niceness. I don't owe you my kindness. And if you treat me like shit, I will not give you my kindness anymore. It doesn't mean I'm going to treat them like shit or anything. I just am not going to go out of my way to acknowledge them. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. It's not healthy, man. You got to kick those people out of your life. You can't allow them to influence you and cause you to feel like you're nothing. You know, don't acknowledge them. Don't acknowledge their thoughts. Don't acknowledge what they say. Don't acknowledge any of it. Because you're deserving of better words spoken towards you with kindness, love, and validity. You know, and the words valid really sticks out to me, but that's only because of personal things I've gone through. I have certain, you know, mental illnesses, disabilities, and unfortunately, you meet people that are like, I'm not going to treat you different. You want to be treated like everybody else, I'm going to treat you like everybody else then. But it's only because they're being a narcissist and twisting your words. When I say I want to be treated like everybody else, I mean I want my pain to be treated as valid like everybody else is. Sure, my pain's different, but it doesn't make it less hurtful. It doesn't make it less valid. And, you know, there's nothing odd or strange about things that hurt me. You know, if something bites you, it's gonna fucking hurt. It's not because I have certain disabilities or mental illness that made the bite hurt. It's because everybody else fucking feels hurt when you get bit. And, you know, I deserve to be treated with validity, that when I feel pain, it's because it's fucking painful. But there's some really sick people out there. Like, I don't like that they call what I have as a mental illness, because to me, that's truly mentally ill. That's sick, and it's disgusting. When you tell somebody their pain is not valid, when you act like because of a learning disability or whatever, that it means that you don't have to treat them with validity, and you use the excuse and manipulation of you want to be treated like everybody else, I'll treat you like everybody else. And what's really more sick is they're probably not lying, and they treat everybody else like that too. But they always find some excuse to say that pain is not valid and is meaningless, and you don't deserve compassion or for someone to help you when you're wounded. So, if there's people making you feel invalid, you need to leave that shit behind and leave it. It's not okay what they're doing to you at all, and I think that's something that needs to be said to you. It's something I had to learn eventually as well. Those things hurt, but it took a lot for me to find the words to express what I mean when I say I want to be treated like everybody else. I mean, I want to be treated as valid as well, not like a piece of shit. And, whatever you're going through is the same thing. You're valid as well, and whoever that other person is, they're the fucking piece of shit, not you. What we do with shit is we wipe it off and we flush it. Don't keep it with you, man. Just wipe them from your soul, wipe them from your mind, and then flush them out of your fucking life. You don't deserve that shit. Nobody does. People like that, they just got their own problems. And the only way they feel distracted by their problems is hurting other people and acting like everybody else has a problem. So just understand then that you're not the problem. This has to do with them trying to distract themselves from their own problems by creating problems in other people that doesn't exist, like calling you selfish and shit like that. You're not a selfish person, I'm picking up. So I'm like, flush them out of your life. And the thing is, once you leave them alone, unfortunately, they're going to try to find another person. They're going to try to find someone else to verbally beat down. I've definitely had my fair share, unfortunately, of family members like that. And it's just an unfortunate truth. Once you cut them out, they will go after someone else. And if everybody else rejects them and their shit, then that's where you're actually helping them, because then they're forced to actually be alone with their thoughts, their insecurities, their pains, their fears, and actually have to fucking face them and hopefully move past them. So with narcissists, the best thing you can actually do to help them is cut them out of your life. It's helping you. And if they're willing for change, it will help them too. If they're not, they're just going to go look for another place to dump on. Just make sure you're not that place anymore. Alright, the next call. Wait a second. I forgot. The little message here, it says, oh, you almost miss it, but in the nick of time, you get the... whatever, you get the message and don't miss it. I was picking up like this thing that you need to let go of and start allowing yourself to receive and rejecting people that treat you like shit. I kind of feel like you're going through the motions of, do I do this or do I not? And like in the nick of time, you're going to make the right decision. Like it's going to weigh on you through the motions for a bit, but in the nick of time, you're going to get it. And you're going to be like, fuck this, I'm leaving it. You're going to do what I do and be like, well, I don't have to sit here and interact with you if you're an asshole. And walk away. And literally, that's it. Don't have to interact, don't have to call names, don't have to argue. Just walk away. Just walk away. Interacting just fuels their ego more that they can bring you down. So it's always best not to interact. Just keep walking, man. Keep walking. Don't look back. Alright, the next card that came out is the Camel Boy, Small Steps, Asking for Help. This card comes up usually when it's saying that it's time to take steps to help yourself or time to reach out and ask for help. I don't know, I'm kind of picking up like you have acted helpless in the past. Like you always are asking for help to try to better yourself and make yourself a better person, but that's because this other person brings you so down. You actually are convinced you're a bad person. And you know, they may say you're an angry person and you're not actually an angry person, but are afraid and in tears. And I know how that feels too, having that manipulation done to me as well. So, you know, you could be that kind of person where you're getting blamed for things that you're not even doing. And so you're always seeking help. You're seeking help to better yourself as a person. And the thing is, there's nothing to better. So part of this taking small steps to ask for help is realizing, stop asking for help. There is nothing wrong with you. You're good enough as is. So stop reaching out to better yourself as a person because you're already okay. The only thing you need to do is let go of the shitty person. Let them go. Get away from them. Don't look back. Turn to trusted friends and family. Maybe even people that have hinted at you that this person's abusive. You'd be surprised how many people really know what's going on. Like, man, I could definitely say some things I've gone through. It was definitely surprising to me how much people actually fucking knew what was going on, but they couldn't do anything until I opened my mouth. They couldn't do anything without what they already knew if I didn't open my mouth and actually reach out for that help to have people in my life I can talk to. So I had to make that effort, and damn, did I learn I was not as alone as I fucking felt I was. So, you know what? Reach out to friends, especially ones that have hinted every now and then, because they know what's going on. They'll be willing to help you get out of that situation, away from that person. So if you're in a situation where you're like living with them or something like that, go to the people that have hinted or said something before. You know, find out who your people are that are going to help you get out of that home and go into a place that's actually like home rather than a cage or a prison. You know, so you're doing the right thing by seeking the right kind of help for yourself rather than trying to improve problems about yourself that don't exist, kind of thing. The next card that came out is the Web Weaver, Synchronicity, Divine Intelligence, Cause and Effect. That's weird. This card actually came out for the last stack as well, Air. And the word intelligence is really standing out to me again. But this card, it usually comes out when it's saying that you are synchronizing with the divine and it's synchronizing with you to cause an effect, to manifest things in your life. And in this case, it seems like the goal is to get away from an abuser. So you're going to be synchronizing with the universe. It's going to be synchronizing with you in order to cause an effect, to create a way out, away from this person, away from the fuckface. But divine intelligence is really sticking out to me. So, kind of like for the last reading, I'm guessing you two are also a very intelligent person, but in a different way. Like the last one, I kind of picked up that they know how to speak or what to do in order to get things what they want. So in one way they might be a manipulator, but in another way they just might be very strategic with their words and communication, which is not manipulation. It's just making sure to have proper open communication. But in your case, something tells me that you have a divine intelligence. You know what actions to take and what game plan to come up with, and what lies to speak, what truth to speak, who to lie to, who to tell the truth to, in order to cause an effect and actually change your life and where you're living right now and what you're doing. And I know lying might sound like a bad idea, but when it's an abuser, the less they know about you getting out, in fact, them not knowing about it at all, the better. So sometimes you have to lie. You have to lie, and you got to do what you got to do to get out. And I'm picking up that you are that sort of intelligent. That, when it comes down to having to lie for your life, you're probably very good at it. When it counts. Probably any other time you can't. And oddly, I'm actually the same way. I cannot lie for shit. Even if I'm embarrassed about something, I can't lie about it. I just can't. It makes no sense to me. But when there's a reason for it, someone's well-being or mine or safety is at risk, then all of a fucking sudden, I can lie really damn good. But aside from that, I can't. It just does not compute. My head cannot get it. I can't wrap around it. I'm like, no. There's no reason to. There's no necessity to. So it's a big note from me to lie about something. I know some people be like, well, what if you're embarrassed about something? What if I'm embarrassed about something? I don't give a fuck. It's not a good reason to lie. It's just something I'm embarrassed about, and I'll just have to face that, balls up, be an adult, and face it. But now I'm sidetracking again. But yeah, I'm picking up, like, you know when to lie and how to lie when it's necessary. And in this time, and you know who you can trust and what truth you can tell them. You know who you can't trust and who to lie to, and who are going to be your buddies that are going to be your escape buddies to help you get out. And, what story are y'all going to come up with with people that might be asking questions. You got to make sure that all you have a synchronized story, Kind of like here it says, synchronized, cause and effect. You have to be in a synchronized story with your buddies that are going to help you get out, So come up with a lie together so that way nothing, starts to seem suspicious or anything like that. But, yeah, I kind of feel like that you're very intelligent. You know what to do. And you know what to do when it comes down to it. And you're going to do it. Even if it gets you the nick of time, you're going to do it. The last card. Yep. That definitely is telling. The last card is the Desert Prince. Survival, false promises. It's been a long time since I've seen him come out. Actually. So it's a little surprising to see him out again. The Liar. The Desert Prince. Survival, false promises. To me, he is the liar card. Somebody who has been manipulative, is a liar, is dishonest. Survival, been surviving false promises. You've been surviving somebody else's false promises, somebody else's false words. And, it can be like a desert. You feel dry, drained, got no fight left in you, got no truth left in you, ain't got no lie left in you. There's just a desert, drained, nothing left. But I think this card is coming out for no other reason other than to confirm to you as confirmation. Yes, the person that you think this is about, the person that has lied to you, has manipulated you, has used you, has been a fucking abusive asshole to you. Kind of like how some family members have been to me. They are lying. They are manipulating. And this card's here just saying trust your instincts. Trust your gut. And fuck the instincts in your gut. All the evidence is right there for you to already know. There's enough there that even without your gut or your instincts, there's enough evidence there already for you to know, hey, you can't trust this person. And maybe this is who you need to let go of, who you need to walk away from, who you're surviving right now. And this may be your last go with them. You're like, this is the last time I'm letting go. This is the last time I'm walking away. And this time, I'm not going to turn back at all. I'm not going to let you manipulate me back. I'm not going to let you lie to me and give me false, beautiful promises to make me come back to you. You're done. You're like, fuck this. I'm done. I'm done being a desert. I'm done surviving your false promises. I'm done falling for your bullshit and loving you for it and trying to have compassion for you for it. I'm done. And honestly, that is the bravest, smartest fucking thing you can do right now. Because like I said, you leave a narcissist alone with their thoughts, it's a make it or break it for them. They're either going to break and look for another person to hurt and manipulate like they did you, which hopefully will have the brains to walk away like you're going to do right now, or they're going to be forced to stay with their thoughts, learn to overcome them, learn to stop being so insecure. You know, a make it moment. Likely not, though. A lot of narcissists don't change. But you're doing the right thing by walking away and taking care of you. So I would keep encouraging that. And I think this is a good reading, because even though it's saying that there's a manipulator here, it's also saying you're going to get the fuck away from it. You're going to be smart and do that. And to me, that's a good reading, because, I mean, the other comparison is not leaving at all, and that would be like a really don't like this reading, but you're going to walk away and leave this time, and make it the last time and not turn back. So the way I look at it, it is a good reading, because it's a good message, and I hope it's encouraging you as well to carry on in the decision that you've already made to walk away. I kind of feel like that's what this message is, pretty much. It's just confirmation to you of, hey, you're making the fucking right decision to do this. Now keep doing it. Walk the fuck away. Don't look back. Don't get tempted to look back. Cut all contact. Block them. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. But leave them behind and take care of and love yourself. Don't look back. But okay, that's the message. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. And I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, or good evening whenever you're watching this. You have a good one, and goodbye now.